3rd of September 2010, I was in the KL High Court today with my lawyer M. This was in respect of a case in 2003 which involved my first arrest. My ISA detention was the 10th and the 11th was my detention after ISA during the Kauhit protest. This was the very first arrest in 2003 when this young youth called Dharmarajan was killed in police custody, and during the course of the inquest at the Sepang magistrate's court, there was a heated argument during cross-examination of the investigating officer, and I was alleged to have threatened or intimidated a police officer in court. And at the next hearing date of the inquest, a group of 20 police officers were waiting for me outside the Sepang magistrate's court, led by one SAC 2 Abu Bakar bin Mustafa, and DSP Amidon, and about 20 others, including the forensic department. I do not know why the forensic department came. They arrested me from outside the Sepang magistrate's court in 2003. I remember very clearly. When I asked them for a warrant, they said no warrant is required, and I asked them the grounds for my arrest as is provided for in Article 5.4.5 of the Federal Constitution. They did not give me the arrest. They simply arrested me, took me to the Sepang Balai police station. Though it is about 8 years, it's still very clear in my mind how they intimidated me in a room with about 10 policemen in the room, and how I was stripped to the underpants, and I was filmed and pictures of me taken. I was humiliated. That was my first arrest some 8 years ago. They deliberately put me in the lockup to intimidate me and to scare me from doing cases of death in police custody, and also death by police shooting, which at that time, according to our memorandums, the various memorandums we have put up from 2002, 2003, we were on a campaign. This was one of the memorandums: assault and death of Dharmarajan, Anak Laki Subramaniam, who was only 19, and hundreds of others in police custody. Are we heading towards a police state? Dated 1st July 2002. We were embarking on a campaign, on a nationwide campaign to stop police beating up youths. At that time, there were like every 2 weeks somebody was dying in police custody. We knew that this was wrong. As a lawyer, I knew this was wrong. We had very little support from the legal fraternity, with the help of family members and very few supporters from our NGO. We were operating under this NGO called the Police Watch and Human Rights Committee. In Sepang police station, the next day, next afternoon, they released me. And before that, during the course of taking the photographs, taking my fingerprints and so on and so forth for the first time, in a way I feel vindicated, because justice was served. Though the amount awarded by the High Court was a mere 145,000 ringgit Malaysia, but for us the monetary award did not matter so much, as opposed to the principle of the issue. Today, 8 years down the line, I feel vindicated. I feel a sense of satisfaction, because the instances of death in police custody, which was then happening so rampantly, as bad as every 2 weeks one victim dying in police custody, and every week one person being shot dead by the police. Today, overall, these instances have come down by 90%, and I believe it's because of our campaigns, our vigorous campaigns, support from the other NGOs and families and so forth. Today, this victory by the court today, in particular, is a victory for all the families who had their children, their husbands, their brothers being beaten to death in police custody. or their children, their husbands, the brothers who were shot dead by the police. And the message from the courts, from the Kuala Lumpur High Court today is that the police cannot abuse their powers. They cannot go on with the above the law mindset, or what we call the police Raja di Malaysia mindset. They cannot go on with that. The police are bound by the law, that no citizen of Malaysia should be denied, can be detained for more than 24 hours.